exclusive content over here as well too. Scoop Center, yes, it's been a lot of Marvel stuff, but we may have some DC news as well too. Directly support the platform with any approved form of payment via Stream Elements link is not pinned on live comments. I feel that is in the description though, and it'll be scrolling through the comments. Super chats for the live crew. Super thanks for the replay crew. I think we covered all the commercials with that. Shout out to Black Wolf. I see Black Wolf. What's good? What's good? Real Talk Productions. Carlos, that's my sports partner there. I've been putting a lot of time in sports, so y'all probably haven't seen a lot of geek stuff. I've been doing a lot of sports stuff. It's football season, okay? That's what happens. And Madden season. So let's go and get the crew on the panel. We first want to get the return of Jules on the panel. What's good?
What's up, everybody? Happy to be back.
Definitely. We had to up her salary a little bit. I know,
I had to go on strike for a week.
Yeah, one day she made cam up. We paying her too much now. So someone that is camming up, we got Danny of Comics and Everything, or what's the name again? I forget.
It's Comics and. Oh, this character? Oh, it's
Brandon.
Yeah, it's Dolores from Beetlejuice.
Dolores.
And hold up. Jules gets paid. That was an option.
Oops. Shout out to Danny, and that looks great. That's a great get up there. We got Speedy from the multiverse.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Speedy?
What's up?
Interesting topics this week. Again, first off, Jules, you was a little under the weather, right? A couple weeks there. We just want to doing a wellness check on you.
No, I had some stuff going on, so I just couldn't join the stream last week. Yeah,
it's all good. That helped the negotiations. I know we can't let Danny know about that, but
or Speedy apparently.
Yeah.
Speedy Jules is getting paid.
Interesting.
Danny, you've been doing these watch parties. How's that been going on for you?
Great.
Agatha, right?
I'm having a great time. I love having you guys on, watching TV with you instead of just talking about it. So that's fun. And the show, I'm enjoying it. There's really nothing massive ain't nothing to get excited about. Okay.
At least not yet.
Yeah, at least not yet.
They did mention Mephisto.
There we go.
Freaking did. Well, I meant as in nothing to bitch about yet. So far, it's been enjoyable. Now, the Mephisto thing, I did get very excited about. That's very cool. So we'll see. Things are going great. And
awesome. For
every single live stream we're doing this month in October, y'all will see me in a different Halloween look. That's how we do things at Comics and
season.
I am Dolores with staples on her face.
Very professional. I'm just saying, that definitely.
Well, that's what I do.
She nailed it. That's good stuff. Good stuff right there. And Speedy from the multiverse. Speedy,
yes, sir.
Same old, right?
That's right. Yeah, we just here. You're watching these shows.
Just out here.
Yeah, waiting for some good content. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, speaking of waiting for good content, I mean, it is going to be an uptick of content, I feel, especially from the DC angle, because they kind of took off like a year or two, right, since they announced James Gunn. But
right.
We do have a film that's not really attached to Gunn, but it's coming to the theaters this week. Joker, what is it?
Folie à Deux.
There we go.
It means madness of two.
That's why Danny's here to repeat what I just said. No,
just call me Majel Barrett. Star Trek joke for you nerds out there.
There is an interesting, theme going on with the Joker 2 news. First off, is anyone excited for this? I mean, I like the first one. I think Todd Phillips is great. Is there anticipation there for anyone else here?
I've seen so many out of theater reviews so far that have turned me off from it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A little disappointing. Honestly, I think they killed it when they turned it into a musical. Like, why? We don't want that.
You know,
see Joaquin Phoenix dancing?
Why not?
Bill Finger's granddaughter went and saw it at the premiere the other day, and she did not text me immediately, and that's usually not a good sign. That means she's waiting for me to see it and then to text her so we can bitch together.
Oh wow! Okay,
that sounds like a good time.
It's been mixed. I've seen mixed, especially people. Reviewers I actually follow because I don't go with the clickbait. Just the people I already know I don't like their take on stuff. I don't go by that. But the people I do respect, it is mixed. It's definitely mixed, and it comes down to the money, right? They're saying right now it's tracking for a lower than projected 55 to 60 million opening with the IMAX in there as well. That's down from the 70 million that it was projected a couple weeks ago. So this isn't sounding good.
Yeah.
For this opening.
You know what my feeling of this movie is? I feel like it's like I feel like they catfishing us. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he was already done with his story. Todd Phillips was done. He did his Joker, and he was done. Warner Brothers probably pressured him into do this. He probably signed a weird contract and probably was doing a sequel.
Yeah.
And he was just like, you know what? You want a sequel? Okay. We're gonna do some singing and some dancing and some.
You want to get nuts?
Not so crazy plot. Not so interesting plot. Maybe I don't know.
I'm a little from what I've heard, and honest. Gonna be real. The when I started hearing about the premise of Folie à Deux and about Harley Quinn herself in the role, that's what inspired me to do my psych study on Harley Quinn, because it got me thinking, like, if you change that cornerstone to Harley Quinn and take away her being a psychiatrist at Arkham and change her to being a patient, that changes the entire character of Harley Quinn, period. And it's, to me, this is something Jules and I really talked about, like, pretty in depth, that it's dangerous.
They took away everything that was interesting about her. Like, she was this super intelligent woman that treated patients, was like a genius in her field, somehow was captivated by the Joker and went insane. Like, all right, so you took out that whole arc of her backstory.
They took away the whole point that it doesn't matter if you as a woman are this totally genius, fantastic, successful career woman. It doesn't matter how smart and successful you are. Any woman can get taken in by a narcissist. You can be taken in by a sociopath that will absolutely totally ruin your life. You can know the human mind all you want, but you will never be able to quantify or math the human heart. Love is just as dangerous for women as it is men. And
more so when you look at the violence.
Absolutely. And it really levels that playing field. No matter how smart and successful you are, it can happen to everyone. So that is really the story of Harley Quinn. It's this fall from grace.
And it's also really sad because they kind of hinted at that in the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Those little flashbacks. That was very interesting. Like, everyone kind of wanted to delve into more of that relationship. It's just, this was just another dropped opportunity to really bring out who is Harleen Quinzel, not just Harley Quinn.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And I was hoping that I was wrong and that they were going this, they were just teasing us. They were making us think that that's what they were doing, that they wouldn't do something as blatantly stupid as to completely change Harley Quinn. And they did it anyway. So
they took a lot of risks with this sequel, and you can tell. Well, we all know Todd Phillips was a one and done. The money was insane. They came back, begged him to make another film, and who knows how much they paid him to do this. And he just was like, all right, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it my own way, and I'm going to take my chances. So here we go with the musical. Here we go with changing the backstory for the main characters. So
there's that hubris again. There's that hubris again. Yes, funny, Ro. You're so funny.
I got one take. Is I ain't gonna see it. Y'all tell me about it.
Sounds like me in Star Wars. I'm going to see it, right? I mean, me being a resident DC junkie,
right?
I'm going to watch anything DC, even if it hurts me. And I want to watch this open probably tomorrow. I may get a screening tomorrow, and then we'll talk. We'll see. I'm sure I'll have thoughts.
Well, it's our job. We review. We're critics. You know, we
have thoughts.
we have to have thoughts. You can't remain, well informed, like educated and informed, if you don't at least watch it. So, but I won't give them my money.
Hey, there you go. We connect right there, Danny. Yeah.
This is why we're friends, Speed.
Maybe it's something. Hopefully, everyone's watching. According to the numbers, everyone's watching this. The Penguin series, except Jules. The Penguin series, episode 2, brings in 1.6 million viewers on HBO. I think linear and then Max streaming.
Yeah.
Now the opening premiere was like up there with near like House of Dragons. This Penguin series is doing great as far as numbers, engagement. This making Matt Reeves look good, though he really didn't do the show. That was Lauren LaFranc that did the show. Who did some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. I love just the Gotham. I love this whole gangster thing. Has any of y'all checked this out yet?
I finally saw the 2 episodes, finally.
Mm-hmm.
And
I fell asleep during episode 2. But it was good, though. It was good. I was just tired.
Failed. Okay.
I was tired. Yeah. I was tired.
Yeah,
I was tired. But, I
Fair
woke
enough.
up and I caught up. And then,
Restart episode 2. It's a really good episode.
It's good.
Sophia's my favorite character. Just
absolutely.
Falcone.
Yeah,
totally.
She's doing fantastic.
I'm just loving the situation. It's like, okay, it's called the Penguin. Oz Cobblepot's going to survive the show, but you're still fearing for his safety. Like, no matter what happens, like, I like that. I like that in the show, that it's still raising the stakes. So you're like, okay, it's just setting them up for the second film, but it's some good tense moments every episode in this. And Colin Farrell was killing it. I mean, he's killing it as the Penguin. I'm expecting Emmy nominations for him and
all
Sophia.
of them. All of them. If they don't, then there's a conspiracy. Like even Dave, and y'all know, everyone in the chat knows, Dave doesn't give 2 rips about comic book nothing. He is the whole reason why I have the channel. He got sick of me talking to him about it because he don't care. So, but he sits and watches the Penguin with me, and I think he's more invested than I am. Like, he's super into it, and every 5 seconds he's saying something like, if you wouldn't have told anyone that this was Colin Farrell, if you would have put him under the cast list as some assumed made up nom de plume, some made up name, you'd never know it was Colin Farrell. He has just completely embodied this totally different creature.
It's only in the eyes, like, because we know it's Colin Farrell. Like, you can see moments where he's kind of glancing. I'm like, okay, I can see Colin right there. But when he's talking or like, doing anything, it's like, bro, this is just he's in another zone doing this character. And I just love his interaction with the kid. Was it Victor? I love the whole interaction. I think it's setting us up for some tear-jerking moments there, though, because this never ends well in the gangster world for the kids. So this is Sopranos meet Breaking Bad, like people were saying. This is exactly what this show is. That's good. Okay, that means it's a good show, and you should be watching it and not falling asleep like Speedy has been doing. But with that being said, there's a lot of talk like, okay, Reeves, is he going to do more spinoffs and things like that? Like, I say, why not, man? Let Reeves cook, right? This epic Batman crime saga. Let him go and do like 4 or 5 projects out of there.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. I like it.
All of them.
Going well. No notes, really. None.
And after this season ends, Jules will binge it and she'll talk about it like in 6 months. Okay, so just
I probably will. Maybe everybody's talking highly about it, so maybe I'll see it. Doesn't sound like it's as boring as the Batman was.
Oh,
no, and see, this is the crazy thing, and I got attacked last week because I was like, I'm gonna go back and watch Matt Reeves' The Batman, because I remember when I first watched The Batman, and I was looking for a Batman movie, and I didn't get that. I still don't like Pattinson's Batman. But when I rewatched it after the Penguin, because after you watch the Penguin episode, they're like, "Hey, what you want to watch the Batman?" You know, that's how they recommend. I was like, okay, let me watch it, right, on Max. And as a crime saga story, the Batman is actually a good film.
Yeah,
if you're talking about the crime world, it's not a Batman movie to me. It's still not. I won't accept it as a Batman movie, but in this world that you see the Penguin in and everything like that, I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. It makes sense to me as far as what they're doing. Now, in part 2, we need Batman to grow up. We don't need bratty Batman. Pattinson.
Right.
We don't need
no
that.
more emo Batman.
Let's age up a little bit.
Find a Rosetta Stone, because Penguin apparently can speak more Spanish than Batman.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll be good with that, the Batman element. You know what I'm saying? But the Gotham, this world that they created, I'm totally on board with Reeves and his team. They are cooking up something pretty good. But yeah, let's upgrade Batman, please.
I'm hearing rumor that that Reeves's Batman's world, you know, with the Penguin and everything, is tracking so well, and there, you know, a lot of positive engagement, that Gunn and Safran may go back on their decision to make him Elseworlds and bring him into the DCU.
Let's talk about that.
Hey, what I say, Sil? What did I say?
Let's talk about because originally when Gunn and Safran was announced, co-head DC Studios, and it was like we're rebooting Superman, right? And you know, half the geek world is still upset about that. I mean, Cavill was perfect as Superman.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna scrap it and start over, okay, let's see what we got. Batman, you got a relatively year 1, year 2 Batman there with Pattinson. It would make sense, right, that you use him, but they kept pushing back, Danny. But now there's new, like you said, there's new rumors coming up saying higher ups. We're talking about Warner Bros. Discovery, Zaslav saying, "Hey, we kind of need more of this Batman. Let's fold this in." Does it fit though? I don't know. Speedy, do you like that?
You remember what I said? You remember what I said? If Batman had an uptick, some more popularity, Matt Reeves' Batman, and James Gunn said, apparently from all these reports is that James Gunn was already gung ho from day one about including Matt Reeves' Batman, and Matt Reeves was the one that said, "No, not really.
Yeah,
let me do my own thing." Like, exactly. So. But like I said, you know, whatever makes sense for business, right? When Matt Reeves is done, you know, contracts are over, a third Batman's done, you know, and they didn't get around to doing anything with James Gunn's version of Batman, you know. If it makes money, it makes sense, you know. If people like it, Batman 2 does well, another spin-off show does really well. You know, Batman 3 does even well. I mean, you know, stars got a line, you know. Mountains have to move, but yeah.
Going off of just the feedback, and like I said, the last year covering DC has been pretty hit or miss since Gunn and Safran was announced and Superman film. It's like, you know, the only steady thing has been Reeves' Batman, his Batverse or Crime Saga world, where it did the money, it made the money in the box office. So you know you're doing more films there. Then this streaming series is taking over Max. It's like, it's a no-brainer to me to just build a world off of Reeves.
Yeah.
And maybe, do you
he
think
already did all the backstory, all the story character development for that Batman. You already did his trilogy. Yeah.
I think they made a mistake with, hey, you want to hire Gunn, Safran, okay, I get that. But to launch this whole slate, you know, and I say, do I still have that slate on here? I always go to this famous, this infamous scene from the La Quinta Inn where Gunn,
La Quinta Inn.
He announces the slate, right? And it's like, you kind of got ahead of yourself, say, oh, Brave and the Bold, and, you know, you got Damian, and it's like, you have Pattinson right there, a successful franchise. I don't know. Do you think he got ahead of himself a little bit, Danny, with trying to?
A little bit. Well, I think probably. you got to admit that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. So I'm sure he was doing what he thought he was best at the time. He's got to make it a name for himself in this kind of arena. He wants to do well. So I think he was just like, well, let's just show him how busy I am. Let's do that.
Right. I got a lot of pictures up there.
Yeah, I've got some graphics. I've put together a slideshow.
I got some graphics to show there. I felt like it was an easy layup there. Like, okay, we're getting rid of the DCEU. We got a new Superman. Let's just connect it with Patterson. Like, Reeves, how much do you need, man? Like, how much do we got to write this check for?
Yeah. But I mean, Reeves has been pretty consistent in that he doesn't want anyone touching his Batman universe. Like, that's his baby. And at the same time, we know the the tone that Gunn is going for. It doesn't fit the universe whatsoever, which is what this person is saying here. Like,
and I agree. It's going to be a lot of shoehorning and a lot of wrecking universes to try and make it story worthy. If
it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Gunn also said he's doing a much more fantastical take, whereas the Reeves verse is literally very boots to the ground, gritty, realistic take on Batman, a la Chris Nolan Batman. So, I mean, that's completely different universe styles. It's not going to mesh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with those rumors, it's like, and it's kind of cropped up again. I mean, we heard these rumors like a year ago where it was like, oh, maybe Gunn wants Reeves Batman. And Reeves like, I'm good.
Wanted day one. Let's be real. Like he's been trying to get it into his universe forever, and Reeves has been holding steady, holding firm, saying, "No, you're not touching my stuff."
Like I said, if Matt Reeves is finished, he's done. We're talking about 2 movies down, a couple side shows in the future, and there's still no Batman project for DCU.
Well, aren't they going to do that Brave and the Bold with the older Batman and Damian Wayne apparently? So
yeah.
If they get
that's a totally different tone. I mean, you watch the Penguin, you just watch one scene of the Penguin, you're like, okay, Gunn cannot be in this world.
No, Gunn is making live action cartoons. Let's be real. It's a live action cartoon. That's the universe that he's building. The Batman is not that whatsoever.
Yeah, I say keep it separate as well. But yeah, like I said, these rumors come up. They have a funny way of showing up again because of the success, of the Penguin series. And obviously it's kind of crossing over. You got more general people watching because it's a straight up gangster show. That's literally what Penguin is.
Yeah.
And DC kind of needed that. Just kind of let's get in the real world here, and that's why I hope Joker 2 does at least decent because I want these more real world takes. You know what I'm saying? I don't need cartoons all the time. You know what I mean? So.
This is gonna sound really dumb. I was just sitting here.
I'm afraid for the next slate. So.
The way Farrell has played this character, I can't stop thinking about it. He's so good. Like he's got all the little mannerisms just down. Watch how he limps.
Yeah.
It's consistent. And that's so hard to do when you don't really have an actual reason to limp. It's hard to stay consistent. So the level of concentration he's putting into that, like if they don't give this show all the awards, I'm gonna be so mad.
We definitely have to give Colin Farrell his flowers at some point. He's always been a phenomenal actor. It's just he's never really been talked in that way, right? I guess
he hasn't got any awards. I don't think he's gotten, and he's definitely in the Emmy for this.
Yeah, he was a household name in the 90s and the 2000s, but at least now people are actually talking about him with the Penguin. Maybe he will get some nominations here.
And it's very great acting. Like that's I can't say that enough. Like this is just a good show.
Yeah.
Just, you've ever on your parents or any older audience as well. It's like just throw it on. Like, oh, it's a DC project. This is a straight up good show, good drama.
Right. And no one would guess it's a comic book character.
Exactly. I was finding a weird way. I was like, how am I going to kind of cover this? Because usually I like the Easter eggs and things like that. And I'm just like, bro, it's just. I'm just gonna be talking about the performances.
Even my wife was like, "Oh, wait a second, this is Batman, right?" Yeah.
You can't. You forget to take notes about stuff because you're just enjoying yourself.
Well, that's what you expect from an HBO production too. Like that's what they're known for. True. So no surprise there.
Okay.
They're definitely.
These are the people that
drama.
They are the people that brought us The Sopranos. So
exactly. That's the flavor you give it. I'm just I can't hype this up enough. I should get a check for all I'm saying about this. We got Neo 7 says if the Batman 2 releases in 2026, it definitely is. After this Penguin series, they're going to make sure they make the Batman Part 2. There's no way that's not getting done. When does Brave and the Bold release? Well, that's interesting. There's no date. There was a report, if y'all caught this the past week, about a Bane Deathstroke project in the DCU. Those are pretty much Batman villains. So though Deathstroke's probably Titans villains for some people, but anyway, Bane is Batman, right? The villain. That project is in development, and then you got the Brave and the Bold, the older Batman and Damian. Andy Muschietti is supposedly writing the script. He just finished his Welcome to Derry If prequel series, which I'm looking forward to that HBO series as well.
Me too. It better be good.
He now is able to work on the Brave and the Bold, but no update on production. So I guess just to answer this, it can't be until like 2027, I think. I don't think they're going to get started on that Brave and the Bold till like sometime next year,
Well, Gunn is going to write all the main movies, so we have to wait for him to finish Superman, clear up his schedule so he can write Batman, he can write the Lantern Corps movie, and whatever else is on it.
No, let me fact check Jules real quick here. No, Gunn's not writing.
I didn't realize. I thought we weren't doing fact checking.
That would be a deep cut for some people. We're going to keep moving. But Gunn's not writing the Batman or...
Who's writing it? Do we know yet? Did they announce?
Lanterns, you have Tom King and Lindelof.
What about Batman?
Batman, Muschietti. Muschietti's writing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I wasn't sure if that was...
Just wanted to make sure we cover that live. That we want.
Well, he has to give his extensive notes,
Yep.
No, he's definitely giving notes. Yeah, he's definitely going to give notes. He made very clear the notes he gave, even to the Joker film. He's like, yeah, we gave, we kind of stayed out of the way, but I did slide him a note. So yeah, he's going to do that. But yeah, Brave and the Bold. I think not to 2027. If I'm going to kind of guess, priority Batman wise, it's the Reeves verse. The series is showing that. So. It's like Gunn. You could take another year and kind of recalibrate, in my opinion. Because
I'm saying,
Reeves
if it happens, remember you heard it here first, folks. Okay. All right.
You think? Well, Speedy, your theory is that you're saying they just spin everything off Reeves' world.
Yeah, to let Reeves do his thing. All right. Thank you, Reeves. Thank you so much. All your stuff is done. Great. Fantastic. They'll talk to Patterson. And then we're talking about like, a lot of things have to happen. You know what I mean? Got to be very successful. Everything's got to be very loved. But if it's making money, doubt that they're not going to approach Robert Pattinson and say, hey, yeah, we want to do more. We had this idea.
I think people would probably prefer to have the Rogues Gallery that the Batman has made, and it's less so Pattinson's Batman. Yeah. If they can probably do some weird multiverse weird thing with that.
Yeah. And this comment is key right here.
See, this kind of supports what you're saying though, Speedy. Like again, we haven't seen Gunn's world yet. I mean, we're gonna see Creature Commandos in a couple months, but you can't judge the whole universe off the animated series.
We saw Peacemaker. That's
that comes out after Superman. So when Superman comes out next summer, if it's not a hit, Speedy automatically it's like, okay, Reeves. What else you want to do, Reeves? Like we're gonna Gunn, you take fall back for a minute, and it's Reeves.
Maybe. Like I said,
it's gonna be interesting.
That is.
At the end of the day, their company's got to answer to shareholders, and if it makes money.
How many more L's can the DC afford to take?
Exactly. Yeah. So they're gonna take all. They're gonna run with all the wins. I mean, look, we got a sequel to this Joker movie that made a billy for no reason other than it made a billy.
I'm fully on board with this line of thinking that because there's nothing's guaranteed with Gunn's DCU. I mean, I'm hoping for the best of a Superman with Justice League International in it and everything they're doing. But if it doesn't hit, and like the streets is watching Reeves stuff right now, they're like, more of this, and I would take more of that. And we're going to talk about another project he's sort of connected with. And actually, let's go and transition to that because this is an interesting wrinkle here. And I don't know if people really are.
There's the other animated project for you, so
yeah.
No, not just animated, not just any animation.
Puppetry animation.
Stop motion, yeah.
Puppets.
Holy moly, guacamole, ladies and gentlemen.
There's some potential there. Now I'm not gonna hate too hard right here on this aspect of it. But
not exactly the Lego movie.
If people
it wishes it was the Lego movie.
Absolutely.
If we keep going, you might have to play the Kendrick drop. So if we keep going.
But if people aren't familiar, the Robin's origin story dynamic duo is in the works with DC Studios in conjunction with Reeves' production team. And it's going to be a puppetry animation. I mean, that's what they wanted to say for the headline there. Dynamic duo.
Oh, that's the official logo, is it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's hype, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
No hype. Okay.
No, I don't know.
So
not exactly.
This is what I say with DC. This is the problem I've had with DC since they was like, Snyder do BVS. Wait a minute, no, we want more colors. No, and it's just been like a mixed bag since 2017. It's no clear direction of DC. Now, why am I saying this? In this article, it's talking about this joint production, DC Studios, like I said, Reeves team, but it's not in the Reeves verse, right? So it's a story about young Dick Grayson, Jason Todd. They're the Robins, which in the comics, I didn't really get this aspect of them teaming up, but okay. I'll suspend, let's see what you got, right? If you're doing Jason Todd, easy layup, just do the Red Hood story. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, yes.
Like,
what the F? I have been waiting my whole life for a live action Red Hood. I think that is my favorite Batman story arc is the Red Hood.
Yeah, but this kills that, which follows the early days of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd.
Probably exploring some jealousy there, whatever.
I just want psycho Jason Todd.
Just do if you're doing like if they would have said, yeah, we're doing a puppetry, the life of Dick Grayson, dope. Do that. Do all the Dick Grayson history that you want to do and have him be Nightwing at the end of it or something. That would be dope. You're putting Jason Todd as a DC fan. Why are we playing around with Jason Todd? And no one likes Jason Todd unless he's Red Hood. Like, just stop playing.
Or if he's dying.
That's why they killed him off.
Right. Exactly why they killed him off.
Wow. Like, no one liked him.
Kill him off.
Grown people dialed the number. What was that in the late 80s?
Yeah.
Killed Jason Todd.
They said, They took 60 seconds out of their day to make a vote.
Before the internet, or at least rampant internet, and they just called the number and said kill him. So no one likes Jason Todd. Then Red Hood, that was a magnificent story. So now this could just be the announcement. Maybe they're going to set up Red Hood in the film. That would be cool. Okay, that would be cool. But just this misdirection isn't working for me.
Right, and just puppets. Don't want
I'm assuming this is going to be more of like a Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas type of stop motion. Right. That's the only way we can see this somewhat working.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. But
the team,
come on. For a Batman type, no.
Yeah, no.
The team behind this, they have decent work. So I do want to make sure I'm saying that. I think it's going to look quality, animations / CGI hybrid, puppetry, stop motion. I think it's actually going to look good if y'all check out their work online. But it's just, this is DC, man. And so it's like, if you're doing this, okay, I need a clear direction of what this is. According to the article, it says the storyline here isn't connected because Matt Reeves is producing it with DC Studios. So Gunn Safran. It's not in Matt Reeves' world or the Penguin canon. And then the article doesn't specify, or the announcement doesn't specify, is in the DCU.
This is a lot of people. Random one-off.
This is just an elsewhere, and it's like, why? Why?
It does give Super Pets. It's giving Super Pets.
But why? It's like, again, if it was just a Dick Grayson Elseworlds thing, cool. Or even if in the DCU, my problem with this whole reboot. My problem with this whole reboot is that they were saying that we want to streamline DC. We don't want to do any more of Snyder's World. Reeves, you over there, you can play over there. We're doing something new. And then you're doing Elseworld right off the jump.
It's just telling the fans it's not what you want.
But it's Momo animation, so. It's Momo animation. It's cutting edge.
And so is no clear announcement that this is even the backstory of Gunn's DCU. That's my problem with this. Now, if it was in Reeves' world, that would have been great. Okay, do and have it connect to something. DC should be connecting more, not doing disconnected stuff again. They're going back to doing what they did before.
The general audience can't follow along with us.
Why? Because this is that's the problem that people are even in the comments. Is this Elseworld? Is this connect? This shouldn't be the situation DC's in right now that these questions come up. If Feige announced something, oh yeah, we know it's going to be in the world of Marvel. There's no, unless they say clear cut Marvel Zombies. This is Elseworlds, that animated thing. Mm-hmm. DC for some reason still haven't figured this out. Stop confusing the audience,
bro. If DC, you want to make a lot of money right now, okay? You get a hell of a animation studio, all right? You call your good friend Zack Snyder again on the phone, get the team back together, and give us the ending. To give us that Zack Snyder Justice League animated at least.
No, not animated.
DC animation.
No.
Money hand over fist, and you can move on. Yeah.
We don't need it to be animated. That would just be a slap in the face. They can easily just make like a quick 3-4 hour.
I know the wounds are fresh. The wounds are fresh.
But how much more would it really take just to bring people back just to finish it correct?
The wounds are fresh. It would be easy. And everybody, I'm sure everybody would be down for it. They'd be like, what? Voice
originally,
sure. That's the most how much?
When Zach first came back to finish the Snyder Cut, right? This is 2020. The people head of HBO Max then was Richard Greenblatt and Kevin Riley, and they were going to do Justice League 2 in series format. Speedy, they were going to do more episodes to finish the story.
Yeah,
I think that's what they should have done. If you're not going to do theater, do it streaming. You're going to spend some money on that.
And this Twilight of the God thing on Netflix is actually pretty good.
Netflix or Amazon, one of these, streaming networks would definitely pay an arm and a leg to have that on their channel. Look what it did to HBO Max. It put it on the map.
Yeah, it did.
Apple TV used that type of publicity.
It make money over fists. I'm telling you.
Yeah, easily. It's so stupid. I don't know who Zaslav dropped the ball so bad on this one. They could have been done with Justice League 2 right now. Let that come out, and then Superman Legacy, whatever they're calling it now, Superman would have came out a year or two later. Easy peasy. No one's given it any, bad publicity, and you could have moved on.
Yeah. But
a graphic novel finishing Zack Snyder's Justice League would break book records. I'm telling you.
No,
any Snyderverse connection. I mean, you could have just again. This is animated, but it's like, why is this again? Cool idea. Well, wow. That's all I'm saying. When it comes out, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'll probably just the whole time.
I'm gonna watch animation.
But it's something new. I asked someone.
A lot of people don't know what Momo means.
I have no idea.
That's what the article said. They're trying to sell it to us.
The Momo, it's all about the Momo. not
real Momo to come do this shit.
And it, like PJ said, someone pitched a Batman Beyond animated in vein of the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Verse, and DC didn't take a meeting with them at all. But you want to do an Elseworld? Now we could accept Batman Beyond Elseworld. You don't got to connect to nothing,
right?
You're doing this origin story of the Robins, and you can't even answer what world is in. That is, I'm sorry, that's not good for the brand. It's not to me.
They've had so many layups. This new regime that came in had so many layups as soon as they came up. Like they had all these opportunities, and they're just like blocking their own layup. Like they don't want success. Like what are you doing? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, online, they were hype about this dynamic duo, and it's like, that's cool. I just, I'm a tortured DC fan where I'm thinking I'm giving Gunn a chance to create your own path, do something new. I'm warming up to Reeves. Then it's like, oh, let's do this other pocket of DC. Why?
Honestly, This also kind of hurts too because we're so close to finally getting a Robin at some point,
right?
And instead of giving us like a real live action Robin, give us a Dick Grayson that who he really give him a good depiction, right? The last time we saw Dick Grayson was in George Clooney's Batman, right? Sure, that movie was entertaining, but yeah, if for the Titans, 90s, and it's for kids, we want something that's modern. Like we haven't had a real modern Robin at all, and this is not it.
Yeah. This is a weird direction. I mean,
Titans is just standing next to Jules, going, "Am I nothing?"
Show. I'm talking about like real, like in a movie.
Had its moments. Had its moments.
Yeah, Brendan Thwaites. He's he's probably the best Dick Grayson they put out there. He was great in Titans. I agree. The rest of the show was crap, in my opinion.
But I don't count those TV shows.
He was great, but it's just a confusion. That's my problem. It's like, will this end up being quality? I believe so. There's too many names attached to it for it not to be quality, but it's just, why are we spending time on it? Why was it such a big deal to announce this? That's all.
It's a waste of money. Do something else.
I'm just gruntled with that. But speaking of this gruntled, I guess I don't know if this is the best segue, but with our final topic, just for Speedy and other Star Wars fans out there, there's a little Star Wars information.
Let me stretch my back for this one.
That popped up here. It's a new Star Wars.
I love Star Wars. I'm Darth Vader standing right behind me.
And Danny, okay.
Wait, we're getting Jude Law.
Let me start over. Yeah. No, but especially for Speedy and Danny, and other Star Wars fans, a new Star Wars spinoff. Production information is being put out there. A spinoff from the Skeleton Crew.
What?
Speedy, so the show that
it hasn't even come out yet.
The show
interested already lost me.
That you're looking forward to, Speedy, the Skeleton Crew.
Yes, I'm so excited for it. Oh my god!
It's setting up the Jude Law character in Skeleton Crew, and so they already know you're gonna like this show. So they're already developing a.
Is that what that means? Or does it mean they need to find a project to work on? So they're just like, yeah, let's do that.
The working title of this series is Star Wars Pirates, starring Jude Law.
That's it.
What's wrong with Star Wars, Speedy?
It's a lack of long-term planning. Like there's no there. We would like to think that Dave Filoni is the person that this the quarterback or the one calling the offensive plays. You know what I mean?
No.
You think but it's not his offensive line. It's Kathleen Kennedy and probably a committee.
Oh
yeah,
I will say
it's people who don't have a creative bone in their body making these calls.
Yeah, and
just to reiterate,
it's starting to show. It's starting to show, and everything they're announcing. It's starting to show.
Early, this is early development. I just want to stress this. It's early development. It does have Favreau, Filoni attached as producers, and John Watts, who's doing Skeleton Crew.
Right.
But the writer producer is Christopher Ford, who did Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, Skeleton Crew might just be entertaining. I mean, look what we thought about what we're watching tonight.
Yeah.
That, even though that's a different brand, different different team, different production, but
they all still live in the same house.
Yeah,
they all
Disney as a whole. We're expecting the worst now from Star Wars, when we're supposed to be expecting decent quality stuff to take us back to a universe, a galaxy far, far away.
Well, that's the Disney Plus effect. Yeah, it's damages brand.
It's brand damage. Star Wars has very large brand damage, and they need to work on it.
After the Acolyte situation and the fact that, I thought that was a good call by them to say no second season. That was smart. But then, hey, let's develop this off a show that we don't even know if anyone's going to like, Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Let's start. Now, stuff could be in development. I get that. It could be in development early and stuff like that. But it goes down that bucket of who asked for this. Like we were just talking about dynamic duo. Who's asking for that to happen? who's asking for this, bro? Like we even asked for the first series he's in.
And don't get me wrong, Skeleton Crew might be great. We're all hoping. Nobody's wishing to continue to keep getting a
right.
Star Wars.
I want it
Star
to be
Wars
good.
product. Yeah,
but when I was out there, February 23.
Mm-hmm.
This wig is killing me. This is so cheap. When I was out there February 23 last year, and they were in production, Skeleton Crew was in production. And one of the guys who was working on it is a friend of a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't just some nobody key grip or whatever. This is someone who built the Rancor in Book of Boba Fett, who does that kind of stuff. Builds
he's got
big,
pedigree. He's got Lucasfilm pedigree.
And he's done this for
he's in the business.
Right. Yeah. And they're the people that work on these shows, they're big Star Wars fans. So we're asking about, like, what are you working on? What are you doing right now? And he's like, oh, we're working on this thing called Skeleton Crew. And so we ask, like, well, what do you think? How's it going? And he goes,
oh man,
no,
that's not what
not good. Filoni was frustrated. Filoni, who's known for being this super wonderful, chill, nice guy, is throwing chairs and cussing and just pissed off. So I don't know how much, if anything, changed since then. I mean, it was year and a half ago. Okay, this was a long time ago. And the show's just now coming out in December. We still have a couple of months.
Right.
So chances are things changed. There is the chance that, they're like, wait a minute, we've got a real nothing burger here. Maybe we should break out the prime rib or something.
Yeah.
But also there's also the chance that they didn't. It just sucks.
Nah.
So the thing that stands out with your story, Danny, is that you also said something similar before the Acolyte came out, because you guys to the production
on this show,
and you knew that it was going to be poor. And now we're pretty much hearing the same thing about Skeleton Crew. So, I mean, it sounds like our initial reactions were pretty on par with what the actual production crew was feeling. Like it shows in the trailer.
Yeah, it used to be working on set a Star Wars project was joyful. It was magical. A very family environment. Everyone was just happy to be there.
It was an honor to be there.
It was an honor, and they were happy, just really joyful. Like the vibe, you walk in and it's just a really joyful, happy vibe. And ever since Mandalorian season 2, the vibe has soured substantially. Like you go and work on set and it's everyone's quiet, very quiet, almost like walking on eggshells. There's that really tense atmosphere, very toxic. So it's not just what we are seeing. It's not just we're not liking this movie, we're not liking this TV show. The people that are working on these sets are tense the whole time. They're unhappy. It's like when we worked at McDonald's or Taco Bell or some shit like that. You dread going to work. Yeah. These people were dreading to go into work on a Star Wars project.
Yeah, that's
sad.
I think that sucks.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
It's too bad, man.
It really is.
And it's going to show in the product.
Yes.
It's going to show in the product.
It just goes to show it's just another poor story written by who knows, who put it together. I mean, it's just, they put whatever name on it, but it's usually made out of committee. Like Kathleen Kennedy has her fingerprints all over all of this stuff.
So let's just say, okay, because again, Speedy and I guess Danny are huge Star Wars fans. Like when I say like, what do the fans want? Like if you ask me like with DC, like Batman Beyond, that would have been great to do a Batman Beyond animated film.
$1 billion, honestly.
Right. Like, why are we playing around right now with Star Wars? It's like, what do Star Wars fans want? What do you want to see? Like a Luke Skywalker show, or like what should they be doing?
Recast Luke Skywalker for one. Just recast him
as a young
like the Adventures.
Use Sebastian
after
Return
of Jedi.
looks just like him.
That was another layup. Yeah,
they probably need to recast all the original.
Yeah, just recast them and give us what we missed out on, what we really wanted the sequels to be. Like that season 2 season finale of Mandalorian when Luke Skywalker shows up in his X-wing
broke the internet.
Grogu. I mean, I jumped up off my couch with my arms in the air screaming like
a nerd.
proudly.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome.
But that's the sequel we wanted.
Yeah.
That was the sequel. Mandalorian was delivering the sequel that we wanted. But the problem is Mandalorian started making some serious money. So the suits got involved.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what happened. And remember we were talking about that book or that graphic novel? Star Wars got that book way in the past. It was called Heir to the Empire. It was the only official sequel to the Star Wars trilogy. Broke all kinds of records. You know? I mean, so much so that they've reintroduced Grand Admiral Thrawn and probably going to reintroduce Mara Jade somehow, some way, and all that good stuff. But
Disney was definitely afraid to recast the original characters, but now so much time has passed. Like, I think people may actually embrace it now.
Kathleen Kennedy wants to mothball. She said about a year ago in a meeting, she wanted to mothball them because she said they are, and I quote, museum pieces.
Yeah, I remember.
They need to be done. Just be done with them.
Get rid of the Skywalkers.
That's a shame. It's like you said, Danny. The end of Mandalorian season 2, Luke Skywalker breaks the internet, and they had the what they do, deep fake or whatever they did on his face. But
they made it happen.
That showed the appetite. The appetite was there. Like, okay, can we see the adventures of Luke Skywalker after Return of the Jedi? Like, that's easy money right there.
Yeah.
Recast.
Super easy.
They recast Han Solo for some reason, and would they get scared after that? I mean,
and they picked the wrong dude. Like, they casted horribly in that. But they're already working in that time frame in the Mandalorian and Ahsoka shows, the Book of Boba Fett show. It's all after Return of the Jedi. So you already brought him back once. You brought Luke back twice. Brought it back twice. We don't need Mark Hamill anymore. We don't need him. He's busy anyway, talking a bunch of nonsense.
He's really grumpy.
Yeah,
really grumpy.
He's a crazy, grumpy old man now. Don't even stop, Danielle. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Pivot.
Like, what universe does he think? He is so rich and eats and basically lives for free and gets everything handed to him. Yet he believes he knows exactly what the common, everyday, average American citizen needs and wants and exactly how they should vote. The man is nuts. Nuts, I tell you. But no, we don't need him anymore. Just
back to entertainment. With the
character got killed off in the last movie anyway, so like doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they start, like I said, brand damage, Speedy, like you're saying.
Yeah, it's brand damage, and they need to work on it. They need to work on it.
That's a shame.
By narrowing the focus and focusing on what the audience really wants.
Well, I knew you wasn't going to be excited for that project, Speedy. So,
and you know what? I may be proven wrong. You know what? Maybe Jude Law's Jedi is awesome and really compelling, and everybody's going to want to see more of it. Who knows? You know, I'm only human,
right?
Honestly, it's a waste of Jude Law's talent. Like, if this movie sucks or show, whatever it is, like you could have used him for a much better role.
Probably.
Yeah. Or but hey,
Fernando, get out of here with that. Henry Cavill
is cast Henry Cavill and everything.
What?
Cavill was just gonna be everything.
Cavill is Luke Skywalker. You are out your mind.
Let's cast Henry Cavill as Batman now. Let's put him in Brave and
Actually, he
right now.
look amazing as Batman, but no, he's Superman. Like that is what it is.
He's gonna be the new Wolverine. So
yeah,
it's fine.
That's
He's got work.
Happen.
He's fine.
Some nice buzz, but there's new, like, I guess rumors are saying Hugh Jackman may want to stick around longer. So
probably because he saw people,
but like I said in the movie, right? But like, because there's a lot of buzz for Cavill now, and Hugh Jackman may be like, man, I don't want to hang it up yet. Y'all a little bit too hype about Cavill. Like, I still got something left, so we'll see. we'll see with that. But those were the topics before we close out. Any last minute comments or questions, throw it in the chat. We got to get geared up for another watch party with
it's going down on Danny's channel
and everything. Yes. I guess with that show, as we wait for if there's any comments that pop in here. Well, first off, going forward on my platform. Oh, I should have said this first. I need to work on my branding here. I've been getting rusty. But when we was talking about Penguin, I meant to mention I have other platforms I'm kind of been launching, also sports and stuff like that. But more in depth about the Penguin at Still Up to a Superman DC. That's the other channel that I do a lot of the DC Studio stuff. So we're going to fit in Penguin over there, kind of doing my reactions and stuff like that. So stay tuned on that. I've been having a really fun. Basically that channel is all DC. I like wake up and just start recording because like that's how much I think about DC. It's really terrible, the good and the bad. But right now the conversation is obviously the Penguin series, Batman Part 2. But then a little buzz, Danny. I don't know if you heard. David Cornsweet, new Superman, was hinting, they may start some marketing in December at CCXP for Superman. So people thinking a new trailer is dropping. Danny, you hear anything about that?
I did. I heard that we're going to get our first teaser at CCXP.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm actually pretty excited. I want to see it too.
I am
something finally.
We got Jules excited. Yeah. We're ready now.
I'm curious. So
So that's where we was going. But it took me an hour, but Jules is excited now.
My boyfriend's in the chat for the first time. Sorry, I get excited.
No love notes, please. No, but with welcome. But I think the Superman film, we at least need to see a first official picture or official moving picture of Superman. Because they keep saying that first picture, they're just like, behind the scenes, he was just putting on his boots. It's like, we talk about a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I covered a lot of that. Let's get in a legit, I want to see him looking like Superman in that baggy suit, which should have CGI'd it up a little bit. And let's do it for real. Yeah, let's do it for real. Let's not play around with that. And CCXP is pretty big. That is Brazilian Comic-Con, basically. And they love DC. So looking forward to that in December. Let's see in the chat before we close here. Let's see, we got another two. If DC Studios didn't want to deliver Aquaman 3, I think Ben Affleck would have been the right Batman for Aqua Biology. So it would have been a trilogy, better release. Oh, okay. So no, I'm just reading what was there. I'm sorry.
You gotta translate. You gotta translate the typos.
I'm just very phonetical. Like he says biology. But I think so we talking about that dynamic duo stuff. Just make the Batfleck movie. Like if we're waiting for Gunn to cook up his DC world, we want to do a stop motion puppet Robins animate. Like I'm just saying, man,
and we got a little tease of Batfleck.
Would you take a stop motion puppet Batfleck?
Yes, I would actually.
Yeah? And you'd be like, yes, you chill for it. Yeah.
I'll probably
you're chill for you. Like that's the way it had to be done.
The correct answer is no. Live action. Ben Affleck.
Live action only, please. No more stop motion puppets for.
It wouldn't have cost that much money for a grounded Batfleck, one shot film. It wouldn't cost that much. You can get that under $100 million. You can.
God, the fact that under $100 million, it won't cost much. Just under $100 million.
Inflation.
It's gotten crazy. It's just absolutely gotten crazy.
Back to the real world.
Joker with Batfleck, and it was amazing. People loved it. Like the internet went ablaze, and it's just a shame we're never going to see them together on screen. In real time.
Interesting stuff. TSC Pulse says, new to this page, super excited for DC Studios, DC brand as a whole. For sure. And people realize we are Jules, you said you're curious, at least. I think that's what we got you on record.
Yes, I'm curious.
Review the tape.
I love Superman, so I'm really curious to see what this looks like. I don't want them to, make a mockery of Superman. But we'll see what they have in store for us.
And definitely welcome all the viewers. Obviously, we're on my YouTube channel, X Twitter platforms, also on Speedy's YouTube, Danny's YouTube, and her Twitter. Oh, you're on Facebook too, Louis. Okay, so we're all over the place, y'all. So welcome all viewers from all those. Make sure you support the platforms you're watching this through. And let's see. Okay, here we go. We got a question just for Speedy and Danny, I guess. Which franchise is more damaged, Star Wars or Matrix?
Matrix is dead.
Yeah, Matrix is dead. But
dead.
Does it even matter?
No. Matrix is so far off worse. So much worse. That last movie they did was, dude, no.
If they announce a Matrix reboot right now, I think they'll break the internet. I think
people love Keanu Reeves. I don't think people would really be ready for that right now.
I don't know if I'm saying if you do a Matrix reboot, I say wipe the slate and just do a new world. Yeah. Don't bring back.
I said the same thing about Terminator, and look at that animated Terminator show we got. So
well, yeah, and they're supposed to be redoing that too, according to James Cameron. He's doing a secret Terminator project. I think he's wiping the slate. I think he's totally no Sarah Connor, no, just boom, new world, new stakes. Some franchise Star Wars can't do it, right? They can't. What you can't get rid of the Skywalker lineage.
No,
right?
No,
a reboot. Wow, that would be. Talk about nuclear fallout to the brand.
But they could be like, yo, y'all ain't happy with anything new we're doing, so let's just wipe the slate.
They're not making anything good and of quality that's new. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what we want. I don't want a Terminator rehash. I don't want a Matrix rehash. Give me something new to get excited about.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to compare it to something that was older. Like, give me something brand new where I can delve into and love.
The problem with Star Wars, there's stories out there they could be doing, and they're just not doing.
There's plenty.
Andor's going to be cool.
Andor's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, Andor's going to be cool, or probably fantastic. And I think Ahsoka's gonna be very surprising season 2.
Yes, I think Ahsoka season 2 is gonna be good too.
I think Dave Filoni is gonna come show out.
I'm still mixed on Ahsoka, but
yeah.
That's it. Andor gives me hope that hey, okay, I want to do that new weird stuff, but give me Andor.
Mm-hmm.
And according to this was last year, they were supposed to be taping Andor season 2 and 3 back to back. And then
there's only season 2. Yeah.
They came into this year, then they pushed back season 2. So I think 2 and 3 is coming. Actually,
there's no 3.
Well,
there's no.
We'll
3.
see. We'll see about that, Danny.
They've already said it's ending after season 2.
They're mushing it together. Is the point? They extended season 2 to 18 weeks or something like that. We'll see. Fernando says, "What do you think is going to happen to Monica Rambeau?" Danny, no, I was playing. Avengers Doomsday. You're going to see her pop up in that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we had a question about from Maria. Do you think Tom Hardy's Venom and Tom Holland's Spider-Man are going to cross over in Spider-Man number 4? Yes.
It's probably very likely.
Yes, they are going to meet on screen for the first time.
I'll say no. We'll see.
He's so contrary today.
I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing whatever. I'm saying the opposite. Last question. We're gonna say Constantine 2 really happening? If it's a hit, can we see Constantine and Gunn's DCU? Well, the latter question, no. Strongly no. But
that's a lot of money.
Is it still happening? The writer and producers have been talking about it. Keanu obviously is on board with it. It's just a matter of getting that script. You got to crack that script.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves ain't cheap.
Nope,
not anymore.
And he doesn't keep his money.
I think Hardy's done. Yeah, I think Hardy's done. I don't think he's going to show
after number 3. He's not doing any more movies, but they are meeting on screen.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but maybe in B-roll footage or something. But so going forward for the platform, we love Danny. Going forward with the platform here, as I mentioned, I've been doing kind of other platforms as well, but I have a Still Abdul film channel where we're going to be diving in more to film, just straight up film talk, not just geek stuff. That's going to all be over here and other stuff that we talk about, but just other genres and stuff. So really looking forward to the future collabos over there. And you're going to see a lot more of me in retro. You're going to get clips on this channel of This Week with Retro. We talk film entertainment, box office, and then you'll get more discussion on the film channel. I mentioned the DCU channel. the sports channel. It's just I have no time for anything else. Speedy, what's coming up for you?
Not much. Just every Monday we go live with the guys. Geek Culture Congress podcast live on the Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. And of course, if you just like to consume audio version of that, by all means, look for the Geek Culture Congress podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And we'll keep it nerdy. And we're going to be in the watch party with Danny in a little bit.
Yeah. And links in the description for Speedy. Danny, you going to do a power nap before Agatha?
Yes. Power nap before Agatha. Sitting up, probably. You know.
Guess that's spooky, I guess.
But I do have a new. There's so dirty. I do have a new video up. It's called "Has Star Trek Made Us Smarter?" And I did a lot of research on that. A lot of research, and it's doing pretty well. So check it out. Apparently, I did a good job. So.
All right. Check that out. And Jules, when's your Yankees playing?
I believe we play on Saturday, first game of the playoffs. So
yeah, they're going all the way.
Hope so. I hope so. That's all.
I'm just glad the Sox ain't doing nothing. They sitting at home like
where they belong.
Yeah.
What was that? Go Cards. Go Cardinals. Thank you.
Definitely, depending on how Jules feels after the games, y'all may see some sports talk. Trying to do some baseball discussions with Jules if she's not smashing.
I want a Subway series. Let's go Mets too. Let's go.
I don't know if my heart can take that.
I want it. I need it. I need the drama.
I don't need to hear the Mets. It's delusional as it is.
Let's see. We got. I'm glad to see the Unwoke 4. Is that the time? Is that the Unwoke 4?
I thought it was the Shill 4. I thought it was the Shill 4. Neil saying
it was still Tastic 4. I thought that's what the audience voted on. Yeah, still Tastic.
No, it's Fandom
Shill Nation.
I only can go off what the viewers are saying. I can't control this.
Well, it's too bad because they've already made the graphic. So
Unwoke 4. That's wild. But we're gonna go and get on out of here because, like I said, we gotta get ready for the watch party. Check out Danny's channel. Links in the description for Danny's channel as well. Check out Jules on Twitter. Except after Giants and Yankees games. And we will shout out to Sil Nation. We sliding out here. Until next time.
To Sil Nation. Stay tuned.
Subduing to speak true as he bring the news. Coffee talk, stay brew, kick back, get real comfortable. Here to stay, no on delay, make sure I be's informed. On the road, on the go, playing ball on that pavement floor. It's the lifestyle right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Guaranteed all week's going to always be on time. That's my word, y'all heard from Il Divino Vega's mouth. What's the words much more than what these networks talk about?